This is my microspine. And I say mine because if the jagged lines in PVC pipe didn't give it away, I made this myself. It's about 21 inches wide by 4 feet long and stands up at about 9 inches tall. It's not what I expected it to be, but I'm excited to talk about it, both the build and the experience. In my never-ending quest to get better at skating, and after being heavily inspired by Keen Ramp's slapstick, I decided to try making an obstacle that would be a bit lower on the impact side, but also fun to tinker with. I'm thinking about making the obstacle a little bit taller, maybe a foot instead of 6 inches, and I want to make the bank a little bit more transition than it is flat. I'm not sure how that's going to work on something that's so low, and I know that there's a risk that I just ruin the obstacle altogether, but I'm excited. I want to tinker with it. I want to see what I can do and if I can make something that's kind of fun. To be honest, I don't really know where I want to start. I think I'm going to start by just trying to shape the base, cut out the hole for the PVC pipe that I'm using, and go from there. So I cut out 2 rough triangles for my base, and now I really need to decide what I want this to look like. What I was really thinking about was, how could I make a micro spine that had a little bit of transition, but was still like fun, low impact, and easy to play with. Inches right here. Unfortunately, I don't have like a really great way of planning this out. So I finished a kind of basic concept. I have the right side a little bit more steep and short of a curve, and the left side is going to be a little bit more mellow. After placing where my trusses, so to speak, are going to go, I only have 5 2x4s, and I think I'm going to need 2 more to make the middle, the transition here, stable. I guess I didn't think about that when I made the project all together. Alright, I think this will save me a trip to the store and a little bit of money, so I'm going to shorten it up. It's now about 9 inches tall, and the sides are about a foot long each instead of about a foot and a half. I also did try to make these a little more the same angle, so yeah, we'll have to see how it goes from here. What that also means is that I am now ready to take the jigsaw and cut it out. So I was able to cut out the base. It was such a pain. They are so uneven and the work is not great at all. But, you know, it is what it is. We're gonna move forward. We're gonna keep trying and keep putting it together. Okay, I actually think that this part kind of turned out okay. I mean, obviously, all the details are pretty ugly and it's not great, but I think the bones feel pretty solid. Right now, I'm most worried about putting on the plywood now. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to do that. Well, I had a feeling that that was going to be kind of difficult, and I was very right. I may have perhaps underestimated how difficult this would be, but it was still kind of fun. I mean, I don't mind playing with puzzles and problems and seeing if I can do something. I would rather try and figure it out than not try at all. But what I do know for sure, after going through the effort of trying to make this and choose all the materials, make the design, choose the dimensions, it's probably going to be more hassle than it's worth. This spring I didn't have too much of a choice. I don't really have the extra cash to get one of the Keen Ramps. I wish I did. I think it would have been way more enjoyable and less stressful, probably a lot more durable. And of course, when you're buying something like that, it does feel expensive, but you're paying for the kit, you're paying for the expertise, you're paying for the ease, for saving all of the stress and worry and curiosity and potential, if this just breaks, if it doesn't work, then I'm out. I think it was like 85, 90 bucks that it cost to buy the materials. And then how many hours have I been making it for? 3, 4 maybe? I mean, I'm out $100 in 4 hours. So hopefully it doesn't go to waste. Hopefully I can have some fun on it. It is interesting. It's tall. It looks fun. I mean, I think I did a decent job. It looks kind of spiny. It's got a little transition to it. I'm excited to try it. I really hope it works. I hope that I can at least have a little bit of fun on it. But also, extra shout out to Keen Ramps. You guys are killing it. I wish that I could have just picked up your product, but maybe next time, hopefully in the future, I can pick up some Keen Ramp stuff and just have things show up and work and be able to put them together easily. But until then, I'm gonna have to go try this out. I'm not a slappy transition or rail skater, so this shape is really outside of my comfort zone. And I had hoped that this shape might act a little bit like rail training wheels, but also be a place to practice transition stalls. And I wanted the transition on both sides to be steep enough that I could work on board slide variations and have clearance for my wheels. And it didn't not work. This right here is my very first frontside board slide. It was only about an inch, but a win is a win. I had never gotten a frontside board slide to slide on a rail before. I couldn't even get the board up onto the rail. However, after the first session, it did feel like the coping was too high. I really struggled to get my wheels up onto it for anything, so I did go back and lower the coping. When I was designing this, I didn't want it to be too easy to skate. I wanted to be able to push myself and grow with it, but I definitely underestimated how difficult this would be to skate. I'm not sure if it's the dimensions, the shape, or just my inexperience skating obstacles, but I very much succeeded in making this more than beginner friendly. I was editing this video earlier, and while I was putting away the obstacle, it got me thinking, I do think that my problem and my difficulty with this obstacle is a combination of those things. There's certainly a lack of skill on my end for not really being good at skating obstacles and not having a lot of confidence, not being good at approaching them with like more speed and even more tenacity. But I do think that the reason it's so hard to skate is the design. I mean, you see that I can't put both wheels into the transition, for example. And so editing the video and thinking about it, I just didn't want to underplay the fact that my design had a very big role to play in why it's so difficult to skate. And in fact, if I were to do it again, or maybe in the future, if I decide to redo this obstacle, I can probably either just chop the sides down and make them not really ramps at all, but turn this into just a small, light, portable rail, or I can try to mellow it out, make these sides longer, and really commit to making it more of a slapstick than this is. I don't think it was a total waste of money. I think I'm onto something here, whether I keep skating it as is or try to make a few adjustments so that it's a bit more skatable in the future. Either way, it is fun. I mean, I do like projects like this and making things. I mean, over here I have a couple of manual pads and a small ledge that I made in the past too, a small mani. But without a doubt, if you have the disposable income, I think that buying a proper ramp from somewhere like Keen Ramps is so much better than trying to make your own. But it was still fun, and we'll see if I can either get better at skating this or take the parts that I already have and redesign it into something that's maybe more skatable but in a different way. I still can't call that a negative either, because this is what I wanted, something that was small enough to approach tricks that scared me on a real rail, like those frontside board slides and 50/50s, but also something that was still challenging. The learning curve is steeper than I planned for, and it's also a lot more durable than I expected. I both dropped it and crushed it with my body without destroying the obstacle, and that also felt like a win. My knee isn't really quite ready for lengthy battles to test just how far I can push myself on the microspine, so I tried to pace myself and also give up early on some of the stuff I wanted to try, but there's plenty of time in the future for that. Right now, I'm just glad that I have this really cool new obstacle to carry around with me in my car and play with. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video.